take our seats. Thank you. We'd like to begin. Can we please take our seats? Okay, I'd like to call on Scud Nation for a grand entry song for the presentation of the Menominee veterans. Thank you, Scud Nation. And a flag song.
Hey!
At this time, I would like to call up Nakwa for the prayer.
No, paso nature benam neok and we markanak mishik. Mani we ok yes yituok yes shope. Match miakatia mat okimo sa. I was given tobacco to speak today to do the invocation for the reorganizational meeting of the Menominee Tribal Legislature. First of all, I wanted to say that I'm very proud of the ones that were voted in, especially my nephew Mark. I know he's worked hard to get to this point and hope he does good here with the tribal legislature. I would like to ask for health, strength, and life for everyone here, and that the Menominee tribe has a good year this year to move forward. Aha, mama kachiao yan mashiktakana. Iyo manaka ko kikakamanan skimaka. Iyo samamachita aki nahata. Nakata mamutsaman spas mioka naman. Maapachetiko nan kwesa say to ya. Takana kwes na payan okech metako. Kiwishan in yao exasos. Mishiktakana kwes mesiananon. Mishikano ya nasamana. So ke waya na hota ene ata memaka him match mase na heken say to ya to pass and ma na we cast to pass yan catching enemen coat na mishiki kia pon we near sanat nan kano ya a pamikam case pin cage pamatasi metsi ka kotana mishikani ka ko keke na kanota nigotas ni sawawe kana memikwasan Ehil manowach kwesata match watuk. So match kanapa matanoni chanasan. Nase wanene manaka skini kanaka. Shikamanako cheats kacha enaka. Shikamanaka skimoka enaka. Shikamanaka sauno enaka. Mesia samatno pamatsia. Samatno tutua kua maoni wiok socialanitia. Yakuma sanan patch bimonan. In a eawik. Mishikana hani penik mi kasa. Aha mama kono no mas no. Mesia samatno pamatsia. Samatno tutua kua maoni wiok yeshope. Aha mama kono no wewanan. Samakana sesa yum pitawa kikake wawan no kium sa ya. Katana we makana kane. Yo.
Thank you, Nakwa, for that prayer. This time, the veterans may post their colors. Thank you, Menominee Nation veterans. At this time, I will now call to order the reorganizational meeting, February 9th, 2026 of the Menominee Tribal Legislature. We'll begin by taking roll call. Joey Wanape. Michael Fish Jr. Samantha Greeno. Joan Delabrew. Dana M. Wabanascom. Randy Chevalier.
Here.
Danelle Greeno. Marcus Greeno. Casey Frechette.
Yotsian.
All are present. The next item of business on the agenda is the oath of office to be administered by myself, Chief Justice Long, to the newly elected legislators. But before we get into that part, I'd like to call up Legislator Chevalier, who will present eagle feathers to the new legislators. Thank you, Legislator Chevalier. The newly elected legislators, will you please stand and raise your right hand? Repeat after me and insert your name where appropriate. I do hereby solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution and bylaws of the Menominee Indian Tribe of Wisconsin, that I will carry out faithfully and impartially the duties of my office to the best of my ability, and that I will promote and protect the best interests of the people of the Menominee Indian Tribe of Wisconsin. Congratulations. Okay, our newly elected legislators are sworn in, so I would like to ask for an honor song from Scud Nation. Thank you, Scott Nation. Okay, as we get seated, we are now on agenda item number 8, which is setting the salary for the chairperson. So I will open the floor for a motion for setting the salary for the chairperson. And excuse me if I don't see anybody. Legislator Delabrew, Joan Delabrew.
Thank you, Your Honor. Just for my mic died.
Oh,
I'll make the motion that we set the salary at the same level that it's been for the last couple of years at $100,000 with no meeting payments or time on task.
okay. Motion by Legislator Joan Delabrew to set the salary at $100,000, no meeting payments.
Expense last.
And what was the other part? No what? No time on task. Seconded by Daynell Greeno, Legislator Daynell Greeno. Any discussion? Any discussion? Calling for any discussion. Final call? No discussion, we'll go to a roll call vote. I'll just call out your names. Legislator Delabrew,
Yes.
Legislator Chevalier,
Yes.
Legislator Samantha Greeno, Legislator Michael Fish, Legislator Daynell Greeno, Legislator Frechette, Legislator Marcus Greeno, Legislature Wanapay, Legislature Wabanaskam. Okay, unanimous vote. Vote is passed. The salary for the chairperson shall be set at $100,000, no meeting payments, and no time on task. Next item of business is the election of the chairperson. I'll open the floor for nominations.
Yes, I'd like to nominate Joey Awanape to the tribal chairman.
Chairman Wanapay, do you accept the nomination? That nomination was by Marcus Greeno. Accepted. Is there a second? Second by Legislator Michael Fish. Any other nominations?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I'd like to nominate Legislator Joan Delabrew.
Legislator Delabrew, do you accept?
Yes.
Is there a second? Is that Dana? Second by Legislator Dana Wabanaskam. Is there any discussion? No discussion being heard. We'll move on to a vote. Okay, I'm just going to call out the names. And we'll do a roll call vote for the chairperson. Legislator Delabrew, your vote is for.
Legislator Delabrew.
Legislator Chevalier, your vote is for.
Legislator Delabrew.
Legislator Samantha Greeno, your vote is for.
Legislator Awanape.
Legislator Fish, your vote is for.
Legislature Awanape.
Legislator Daynell Greeno, your vote is for.
Legislator Awanape.
Legislator Frechette, your vote is for.
Legislator Delabrew.
Legislator Marcus Greeno, your vote is for.
Legislature Wanapay.
Legislator Wanapay, your vote is for.
Legislator Wanapay.
Legislature Dane Wabanascom, your vote is for.
Legislator Delabrew.
Okay, for Delabrew, I have 4 votes. For Legislature Wanapay, I have 5 votes. So 5 being the greater number, congratulations, Joey Wanapay. Chairman Wanapay, it has been an honor, and I will hand the mic over to you. And thank you, everybody, for listening today. I'm always really nervous when this part comes up in the election season. This is my final act for election season, so thank you, and I'll see you next year.
Aha, match wai wan in katana ni mua, nate kekito nini wa kekito matamo sak, maone wea ke hio sa itu nacho matno maneo ke ne kwe spia tatu. In its waski what high up it, ya I up it, legislator Kekito Matamo, legislator Danelle Greeno on her re-election, and welcome aboard Wapano Kesakuki and Ochikana, what's your real name? Keskiso McKay? Keespiso McKay. Newly elected legislators Casey Frechette and also newly elected legislator Marcus Greeno. Looking forward to working with you. So as we move forward this afternoon, I know some of our legislators have to get on the road to Madison and some are flying out to DC for National Congress of American Indians. So we want to move through our agenda and get our legislators on the road so they can represent us. We'll move to item number matata, number 10, setting salary for the vice chairperson. Yes.
Chair.
Legislators first. Legislator Dana Wabanascom.
I'd like to make a motion to eliminate the full-time vice chair position and put it back to the way it was.
All right, we have a motion on the floor to eliminate the full-time vice chair position and put it back to part-time.
I'll second.
Being seconded by a legislator Frechette. Discussion. Yes, legislator Danelle Greeno.
Is it possible maybe that we could give that legislator a choice of whether they would like to be full-time or part-time?
Yeah, Waiwan, and it absolutely is possible. We make this mistake consistently throughout the history of our tribe. We initiate something with the greatest of ambitions to do well for our people and to do well for our nation. And when we hit roadblocks and we hit a little roughage in the road, instead of working to better the system, so oftentimes we just throw it out the window. All of that time and all of that effort. And I'll use the example as some of our relatives from the various tribes that do have full-time legislators. We hear it consistently from all of you who we serve, that, well, this tribe is doing that, this tribe is doing this, why can't we do that? A lot of that comes down to your legislators, the 9 that sit here, being part-time legislators, meaning they hold a full-time job and come to the meetings and work on the topics. It is very difficult for legislators to really focus on any issues to continually move our tribe forward. And so that's a huge issue that I've seen just during my little short time, is legislators being able to solely focus on moving the initiatives forward for our tribe and taking us to the next step, helping us get to that point. And this is one of those pivotal moments in time where we are literally just about to look over the bucket and to that brighter future for our nation and our people. And now we're going to pull back down. And I'm not saying it needs to be set at that salary. You know, I'm saying maybe we can have a discussion on looking at the salary. We can have a discussion on that. Legislator Wabanascom, and then we still have an elder waiting to speak yet too. But yes, it is possible.
I am in support of it being a full-time position at some point. However, with our finances where they're at, I don't think this is the right time.
Why went in for that, Legislator Wabanascom? Legislator Delabrew?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think if we were a wealthy tribe and we had all kinds of money, it probably would be to our advantage. But when we spend $150,000 when some of our programs have no money and are in danger of closing, like our advocacy and shelter, that's bothersome. And with the police force having issues with their staffing, I just think the money should go to those programs and not to a salary. Public service is what you signed up to do when you volunteered to put your name and sign up for a legislature. And I think it's a great calling. And I think at some point you need to stand by that. I would rather support the programs for that money than to support that position. Thank you.
Waiwana Legislator Delabrew. If there's no other legislators, we will go out to our membership. Wasawan?
Homelessness we had this year. People looking all over for places to stay during that bitter cold. You know, oh, we got shelter until 6 o'clock and then you got to go find someplace else. That was terrible. And I think there was a few other things that came up that they could do. But that's where our money should go, is into the people, taking care of. You took an oath up there. You're supposed to be serving the people, not each other. And I know of times, Pakachka, when you assigned that something to your vice, they didn't show up. So what good is that? But I really think that if you have over $100,000, please put it back into advocacy. I understand they might have lost all their money, their grants, and that is, you know, very, very helpful to our people. But and also getting ready. Don't wait till November and December to do homeless. That should be something worked on all year long, because my program, we give people tents and blankets and things like that all summer for them to be out camping because they don't have a home. But then what do they do in the wintertime? Those are the places that that money should be going to. The people, serving the people. That's what you got up there for, innit? Waiwanan.
Oh, Waiwanan Wasawan. So we do have a motion on the floor, and we do have some other possible ideas that came up from legislators as well. If there's no other discussion on the topic, we need to respect the motion that is sitting there. All those in favor of eliminating the full-time chair position at this time signify by saying A. Full-time vice chair, I'm sorry. Please raise your hand so we can get a tally. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, 6 A's. Opposed? Nakut, Nice. 2 opposed. Abstentions? No abstentions. Motion carries. The salary for the full-time vice chair is canceled at this point. Moving on down to, would anyone care to qualify before we move? Yes, Legislator Greeno.
Even though I'm voting it down this year, doesn't mean that, excuse me, that I don't support it in the future. I'm one of the main ones that think that we need full-time positions besides the chair, but our finances are just not too good this year. So I just want to make it clear that I am in favor of keeping those positions, full-time positions, just not this year. Thank you.
Wywanen, appreciate your comment. If there's no other comment, oh, one more?
Yeah,
Yes,
well,
Legislator Fish?
Yeah, Wyman Chair. So I had the honor of serving vice chair as a full-time since 2002. It's been quite some time since we had a full-time vice chairman. I feel it's really premature for us to take this away. I feel we didn't use this to its full potential, seeing y'all made me the Manaseke supervisor 6 months in to this position. I feel there's a lot we need to wrinkle out with this position, and like I said, we didn't use it to its full potential this year. Wyman.
Oh, Wywanen, name it, appreciate that. I know some of our other tribes are probably pretty happy we took this back away again. Being full-time, it did allow us to be in some of those circles where we hadn't been able to be at due to the time constraints before. So I look forward to legislature bringing this back to the table at a later date to rework the description and rework the job duties. We'll move into election of vice chair. Do we have any nominations? Yes, Legislator Delabrew.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to nominate Legislator Wabanascom.
We have a nomination on the floor for Legislator Wabanascom. Do you accept? Yes. All right, Legislator Wabanascom accepts the nomination. Do we have any other nominations on the floor?
I nominate Michael Fish Jr.
All right, Wywanen, Michael Fish Jr. also has a nomination. Do you accept?
I accept.
All right. Are there any other nominations for vice chair? Nominations close. We will do a roll call vote for vice chair. We'll start down on the end. Legislator Delabrew.
Legislator Wabanascom.
Legislator Chevalier.
Legislator Wabanascom.
Legislator Samantha Greeno.
Legislator Wabanascom.
Legislator Fish.
Legislature Fish.
Legislator Danell Greeno.
Legislator Wabanascom.
Legislator Casey Frechette.
Legislator Wabanascom.
And Legislator Marcus Greeno.
Legislator Fish.
And Legislator Dana Wabanascom.
Legislator Wabanascom.
All right. Nikut, ni, snat, ni, niu, nianen, nikutu asita. The motion carries. Legislator Dana Wabanascom with 6 votes. And Legislator Fish with Nikut Nis with 2 votes. Your new vice chair for 26 and the 27, Legislator Dana Wabanascom. Vice Chairwoman Wabanascom. All right, moving into item number Matata Nisane, number 12, election of secretary. Do we have any nominations? Legislator, Vice Chairwoman Wabanascom.
I nominate Danell Greeno.
All right, Danell. Legislator Danell Greeno, do you accept?
A.
Any other nominations? Nominations close. Again, we will do a roll call vote. Legislator Delabrew?
Legislator Greeno.
Legislator Chevalier?
I abstain.
Legislator Samantha Greeno?
Legislator Greeno.
Legislator Fish?
Legislature Greeno.
Legislator Danell Greeno?
Legislator Greeno.
Legislator Frechette?
Legislator Greeno.
Legislator Marcus Greeno? Legislator Vice Chairwoman Wabanascom? Aha, by unanimous vote, Legislator Greeno, you are our secretary, 2026-2027. All right, so as we get started with our new legislative year, truly we say, Machwaiwan and Katanani Mua, we as leadership wholeheartedly thank each and every one of you as our membership, as our relatives, our veterans, our elders, and especially the voice of our youth. We've been working really hard to give our youth that stronger voice every day, every week, and every month. And we see that with our Unity Youth Organization and our youth advocates that work directly with the chair's office and work with the tribe. We're very honored of our young relatives over here. Every time we've called on them, they've came and answered the call to provide the appropriate songs. And that means something to us, to be able to do that, to have our youth here singing and singing the appropriate songs. That's a strong indicator that our culture and our tradition is heading in the right direction. To truly secure the future of your nation, your youth need to be at the table. And we saw that more than ever over these past 2 years. No matter where we went, no matter what organization, no matter where on the globe we were at, every time we went somewhere, the youth were sitting at the table. And we've begun to follow that same strong tradition more so here in our home. So we're very, very, very happy to see that our youth are taking that role as young leaders and as upcoming legislators. So as we get started with our legislative year this year, please, when you have the opportunity, think of the 8 people you see sitting up here. They represent each and every one of you, no matter the family they come from, no matter the community, the village, and the town that they reside in. They represent each and every one of you out there. The work they do is very taxing work. It's very laborious work. And it takes a lot of collaboration and a lot of time away from their children, their families, and the community. So if possible, if you could find it in your hearts to keep these leaders in your prayer when you offer your prayers, so they have the strength to continue to represent us in a good way. So with that, as we move toward closing out our annual reorganization, we're going to be asking our veterans to come back up. We're going to move into retiring our colors. And Waiwanan Mashikni, Mao Simakanesuk. We want to thank all of our veterans for coming on over. Waiwanan Katanan Nemut, Aya Ben, for helping us take care of the tribe's Eagle staff. I carried that Eagle staff one time, and holy smokes, no wonder why you got tough arms, chum. That gets pretty heavy after a while. That's a heavy Eagle staff. So legislators, I've been asked to remind you, please don't leave immediately. Our tribal newspaper wants to get one picture with our new team before we all head in different directions. Ahau na tanaway makanuk waiwanane hios kespi ataya so matno totuia so tanama metse whisky kako o matno manewak iope ta wapa mishik tanano pepon iope hios kata wapa tamakat oske pepon ho maso matno manea kihi. So we thank our veterans and our singers. We thank our elders for being here. We thank our children and our youth for being in attendance here today. We give thanks for each and every one of you coming to support your elected leaders as we get started with another legislative year here in Omatno Manea, Skoni Kane, the home where we all come from. We're going to ask you one more time, if you would please, to all rise to honor our staffs of eagle feathers and our flags that are represented here today. Scud Nation, if you would please, 2 on the flag, and then a song to retire our staffs and flags. Achwaiwan and Maoni Wiok. Don't forget, legislators, please stick around for a few moments. We're going to be assembling in the atrium right across the hallway. Our tribal newspaper wants to get a picture before some of you hit the road for Madison. Aho.